Welcome to this evening's episode of Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Lydia Patel, and my special guest for the evening is none other than Nicole Francis, who's one of the executive board members of A.M.S. We have footage from last year, which we'll actually be showing a little later on in the show, so keep it right here. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Beyond Focus TV allows you to discuss contemporary topics affecting the Caribbean people on both a national and local level. The show features informed guests who offer insight, debate, and evaluate various issues. Beyond Focus TV builds on the station's mission to provide useful information to the Caribbean people in New York and abroad. Beyond Focus TV, where our viewing audience can get educated, informed, and empowered. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Lydia Patel. And as I said, my guest in the hot seat this evening is Nicole Francis, one of the executive board members of A.M.S. Nicole, welcome back to the program.
Thank you. Thank you, Lydia, for having us.
Thank you so much for actually coming and taking the time to share all the information about A.M.S. So let's get straight to it. Why don't you tell us what it's all about?
Actually, A.M.S. is Asclepius Medical Society. It's an association that teaches comprehensive medical education for foreign and non-foreign medical graduates. We pretty much help them pass their board exams, really help them to fulfill their dreams pretty much in the medical field.
So, in a nutshell, you get doctors. This is New York. A lot of people come from all over the world. Where have you seen doctors come from in particular?
Actually, the fact that our base were pretty much Haitian physicians, but we've encountered so many others. We've had some Dominicans actually with us, and Mexicans as well. So it's not solely Haitian medical graduates. Any students actually from the Caribbeans are welcome.
Very good.
Yes.
That is great. So what has been one of the most difficult things when a physician gets trained in their country? So let's say, for example, these are doctors who get trained in Haiti, come to America, they have to get recertified.
Of course.
There's different laws about that. Why don't you fill us in?
Actually, what we do pretty much, we have an office on Flatbush Avenue. That's one of our mission pretty much for the association. We have different medical graduates pretty much who they teach others how to, let's say for instance, whatever topic that's best suited for them. So what we do pretty much, they teach the other ones to really help them fulfill their dreams pretty much. And what's going to happen is once you come here to this country, we just teach you exactly the American way of doing exactly what needs to be done in your career pretty much.
That is very, very good, actually, because a lot of people come here and there is a certain standard that needs to be respected, of course, as in any professional association. So you really do that. And this has been going on for the last 28 years.
It has been.
How did this all get started?
It got started, actually. It's a bunch of Haitian medical graduates. They were studying for their board exam, and they were cranked up into each other's houses. One particular one, who's a very good friend of mine, he used to be into the other one's house every single day they were studying. They decided, I think that was Dr. Simon. Dr. Simon decided, you know what? We need to do a study group together. So, and lo and behold, that was in 1984 they decided to do it, but the talk was going back since 1983. So they decided to, let's form a group. So they formed the group, they called the group Asclepius. And after a while, when we realized exactly everything needed to be pretty much formalized by having the right topic, the right words and all that, so it becomes Asclepius Medical Society. So these guys used to meet practically every night. They study together. They teach each other exactly what needs to be done to really pass the exams. And right now, let's say 98% of them are really practicing medicine right here in the States, all over the States actually.
So I guess it's safe to say that A.M.S. not only is effective and working, but has made a difference and has put forth several medical doctors that are actually practicing.
Actually, yes, they do.
That is amazing. Now, let's talk about the board. Now, you're one of the executive board members yourself. So why don't you share with us the board and the role that everyone plays in keeping A.M.S. together?
Actually, let me just go back a little bit.
Sure.
I recall back in it must have been 1997. We were having quite a few challenges because we were going to have a gala. So we needed to raise money, because by raising money, we really need to have to make sure exactly the office space we're occupying, we can afford to pay the rent, water, electricity, and as well as light.
Of course.
So the challenges was we were not able to raise money. So Dr. Simon decided, let's create an ad hoc committee. So the ad hoc committee consists of many different titles. So myself was the event director. Mm-hmm. Up until today, that's exactly one of the things, one of the roles.
One of the roles
it stays with me. So what we used to do pretty much, we decided exactly, if everybody has a role, so we know exactly what needs to be done, so therefore we can raise money to do the gala. I remember we spent months and months. They used to come over my house on Long Island in the basement. We used to have meetings once a month, actually, until we decided exactly what needs to be done. So these were the challenges. We became somewhat better because we were able to have enough money. The gala that we had, we raised enough money, so we were able to really have enough money to really pay rents and do exactly what needs to be done for the associations.
And that's pretty good. So it turned out to be a success.
Of course it did.
Those little monthly meetings paid off.
Oh, it sure did.
Is it hard to get everybody together, even with a regular field? You could say there's challenges. I'm sure the medical field isn't any different.
Actually, the challenges are these guys really have their own personal lives. And whatever we're doing right now is pretty much pro bono. Being here is really pro bono and all that. So there's a lot that really needs to be done. So what we used to do is, after a while we decided to, rather than meet, we'll have conference calls. We've done conference calls and all that just to make sure. And then we use email. Back in the days, it was pretty much email. So we're emailing each other just to make sure exactly we get the words out, because it was kind of hard to really meet
all
from time to time. Yeah. Even right now, actually, with the weather, it's been hard. We've done conference calls. We send out email. We respond to email. And whatever needs to be done. So whomever's in Brooklyn can pick up whatever needs to be done in Brooklyn. They take care of it. Those of us in Queens, Long Island, or vice versa, we do exactly what needs to be done. Oh, yeah, everything gets done.
Well, hold that thought. We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV, and of course, my guest is Nicole Francis. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And we're back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel. Nicole Francis in the hot seat with us for the next 30 minutes and really giving us some in-depth information about A.M.S., the Medical Society, the board, all the nitty-gritty that everybody wants to know about, because this is a different aspect, actually, of fundraising and getting everybody together, because this is really like an internal fraternity. Doctors helping doctors, helping you even get to that next stage, which is so important before you even get to set foot in a hospital.
Actually, when you think about it, when we set meetings, for instance, we're having a gala coming up February 22nd. So what we did, we have meetings from October once a month at one of our offices in Elmont. So we'll meet once a month every Friday. We discuss exactly what needs to be done. We have a work plan. The work plan consists of from day one, from October up until actually June of 2015, because there's a lot to be done. Letters to be sent out. People who make donations, we need to send them out letters to say thank you for whatever donations that was made. So there's pretty much quite a bit of stuff to be done. The doctors, these guys, they work extremely hard, and some of them work 6 days a week, so it makes it kind of hard. However, the fact that whatever we're doing right now, it's really for a good cause. because actually one of our medical graduates just passed their board exam.
Oh, very good. Well,
See,
congratulations.
that's it. So now he's looking for residency. So I actually, these are the perks. See, as much, sometimes, even myself, there's a lot to be done, but when you think about exactly, you're able to really help this person, you know, you raise money, you have a roof over their heads.
Yes.
So in the wintertime, they have a place to go and study. And in the summertime, they have a place that has AC. They could sit there and study.
And be comfortable.
And be comfortable. That's exactly what it is. And they help each other do whatever needs to be done. So it's a plus, pretty much. It's a gratifying thing.
Now,
to do.
walk us through. You mentioned something about the residency, and a lot of people may not even know. We've all heard this, before you get to really be your full status as a doctor, you have to complete your residency, which for many of us is an internship, depending on which career you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a little walkthrough of how it goes after you pass your boards. What's the next stage of life?
After you pass the board, pretty much, and you have to really meet with, go to different type of interviews, pretty much, to really get for somebody to hear what you had to say, or what score you had gotten in your exam. The score is really very, very very important, especially when you're foreign grad. Foreign grad are different from those who really went to medical school here in the U.S. And we do have a lot of other doctors who went through the process, who actually sit down and tell them exactly what needs to be done. And it's, as a non-medic, since I'm not a medic, there's a lot of information I cannot really walk you through it.
Of course.
However, but we do have, the support group is really enormous, and that really helps those guys a lot in terms of what they have to do.
Now, for foreign doctors, would you say that it's still harder to gain that respect when you're not educated here in the U.S., you're coming from a different place, you may have an accent, you're fighting against Columbia grads, NYU grads, or any other major university here in the U.S., would you say that's one of the challenges as well, being a foreign-based student?
It is a challenge, not so much of having an accent. It's a school you went to, pretty much, because right now my son went to medical school in Mexico, and a friend of his had made a comment, "Oh, you went to whatever school in Mexico, that's not really a school."
Really?
But when you think about it, actually, when he was in the first year of medical school in Mexico, the stuff that he was doing in Mexico, he would not have been allowed to be done here in America.
Wow.
Lawsuits and all that. So he was able to do a lot of stuff there that he would not have been able to do here in the U.S.
That's very interesting, and that's why I brought it up, because I know, and having parents who weren't born in the U.S., educated overseas, you will almost think that we are the ones who are behind, but especially if you're educated in the islands, the Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
they're very much advanced. And for younger children who come here at a younger age and then be placed in American schools, they're like, well, I learned that in the second grade. I did that.
You got it.
I did that 2 years ago.
Agreed. Because I even remember my son said he assisted, he was in second year actually, delivering babies and in the operating room, in surgery, doing all of these things. And apparently he loved it. It's through the same process of Asclepius, by knowing different medical school in Mexico, he was able to be admitted in that school in Mexico.
So another perk.
It is. It is
Another little
actually.
perk
Yeah, it
that
is.
you have.
Mhm.
Well, that's great. So I know you also do the fundraising events throughout the year, but the big one that's coming up is on February 22nd.
Yes, it is. Actually, quote unquote, this is my baby. It's been like that for quite a few years. So I'm really in charge in that area. So I pretty much get what we do. As I mentioned before, we have a work plan. The work plan consists of exactly from the theme of the gala and how much money we intend on raising for the gala, the honorees we were going to honor, and everything else that needs to be done. And I get all my guys together pretty much, and then we decide from right now. Actually, we are up to par when it comes to exactly where we're supposed to be in terms of the gala. What we need right now pretty much is focusing on selling tickets, get more ads in and donations.
Okay.
But the table, everything has already been set. Everything is done.
All right, well, hold that thought.
Yes,
We'll
ma'am.
come back. We're going to really get all the details about the gala because we want everybody to come out February 22nd to the A.M.S. official gala. That's going to be a very, very big one. And, of course, we're Beyond Focus TV. We'll give you all that info. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
As a psychiatrist, I'm going to ask you one question. Are you sane? Of course not. Of course. That's what I expected.
The Previous Medical Society for presenting me with this award. Certainly it was not expected, but it is very much appreciated, and I want to thank the family and of course God for support. But I'm giving a list of thanks, so thank you.
If you don't know Dr. Baptiste, Joe Baptiste, you're not in the United States of America. He's a commissioner in the Governor's Commission on Caribbean Affairs. He's the founder and chairman of NOAA, chairman and founder of the HDF, Haitian Diaspora Federation. Put your hands together for Dr. Joseph Baptiste.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good to see you, sir. You're doing very well. Good evening.
I just have 30 seconds to say thank you and love you. I'm really honored and humbled that I received a lot of awards over the years, decorated in the Army, but this one here I will cherish it because it's from you. That's to recognize that you love me and recognize what I've done. But I have to say that I have a lot of support over the years. And my table, I'm sure that they're going to be here next year. Dr. Paul, Dr. He's been the NOAA president here, doing a lot of great work in Haiti. Executive director, you have Eric Walcott, and look at the Dr. Parisiens, and these guys are great, and I'm sure that a lot of the doctors here doing great work in Haiti. Again, I'm really, really honored, and I want to cherish it. Thank you.
Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV, and I have Nicole Francis here, who's going to be giving us all the details for Saturday, February 22nd, which is the date of the big gala that's coming up. Nicole, fill us in all the details, of course, because we want everybody at home to be able to come out.
Very well. Actually, we're looking for everybody to really come in to this gala. The room itself can hold 500 people, and we expect to really have 500 people. It's going to be February 22nd, 2014, which is in 2 weeks, actually, when you think about it. It's going to be at Leonard of Great Neck. It's a beautiful ballroom, and the sound system is great there. And people will come in with your beautiful gown and your tux. You're going to have a good time. You get to meet a lot of physicians and non-physicians and all that. There's a lot of networking that's pretty much it's going to be done exactly that night. Last year, what we had done, actually, we had, prior to the gala itself, we had a little networking event. So we have quite a few people just come in, networking with different doctors, with some non-medics as well, and all that. So people really had a good time. And we're looking forward to have people to really come into the gala. because the money that we're raising, it's money that's going to be raised pretty much. We have missions that we do in Haiti every year, and we have also the medical graduates that are here, that we help them pretty much to really fulfill their dreams by helping them in passing their exams. So all of that money goes into two places right now. And eventually we're thinking of getting, as more money growing, looking for clinics in Haiti, because we would like to have more of a presence out there pretty much.
So right now, they are aware of you in Haiti, especially 28 years. I'm sure that the Haitian community in Haiti is aware.
Most definitely. Actually, one of the good thing about it, because I remember after when back in 2010, after the earthquake, we had quite a few physicians. We were deploying medics every other week, pretty much to Haiti. And I remember one time, we know CNN was going to be there. So, and while I was there helping those guys to really get on board, we met Anderson Cooper. So I wrote him a letter. I said, please go see my folks at the hospital. Lo and behold, one of the nurses, her name was Danielle, if I recall, he did go to the hospital in Haiti, and he interviewed her, and she was on CNN. So.
Oh, so little things like that.
It is, actually.
Make a big difference that someone's going to remember, of course.
That's it. You know.
And that was a little bit of an attachment to here. So
Of course.
February 22nd is going to make a big difference. How do we find you on Facebook, Twitter, all your social media?
We are there. We are there as well, and we are. You can also reach us at amsmd.org. That's our community. We are on Facebook and all of these information. So please look for us and help us.
Anything that you want the viewers of Beyond Focus TV to know about this gala and why it's so important to come out on the 22nd?
It's important because it's raising money for a very good cause. It's not so much of assisting the students or the medical graduates we have here. The money will be going to Haiti. We have missions that's coming up. Once the missions are coming up and all that, we need to prepare for meals, pretty much, lodging for the doctors and the nurses who are going to go to Haiti to pretty much help out. And we do have different locations where we go. And I think this year, I forgot, Nikita, she's our executive director. She has, there's a place we're already allocating that will be going there in August on our mission and all that. So we love it, and we asking people to just please come out because the money will be placed for good use.
Now, you mentioned that you do missions. Share a little bit of that with us.
Medical mission, which is exactly what I mentioned to you earlier. We have some of the pharmaceutical rep that we know. They donated pretty much a lot of medications and stuff like that to us. Whenever we go to Haiti, we bring all of these things.
Wow.
We go to different sites where there's need. And I remember back when we had, during the outbreak of cholera, we had two physicians, Dr. Benoit and Dr. Latortu. They went down there. It was really devastating for some of them, especially Dr. Benoit had written a piece and all that. And you could see exactly, he must have been crying at the time he wrote it because it was very moving when you read it, because there was a lot going. And there's a lot, even after the earthquake, there's still a lot of work to be done. And a lot of that money will be going toward that project. So we're looking forward to amass as much as we can.
Now, if you're able to share with us, what is the target that you're looking to raise, rather, for this year?
Only $100,000. That's not a lot.
No, and it's actually a realistic
Yeah.
amount, seeing that most charities, they, of course, everyone tries to reach as high as
Yeah.
possible. But of course, with everyone contributing together, $100,000 goes by very quickly.
It sure does.
Especially for the medical field.
It does.
And being able to do that. Now, with all these missions and everything that you're doing, a lot of work is being in place. What do you think is going to be the next step moving forward to continue AMS's work?
To continue AMS's work, we right now we're in the midst of partnering with different clinics, pretty much in Haiti. since we do not have our own base there, by partnering with different clinics, we're able to really go down there, bring doctors, bring nurses, and help as much as we can. And we've even have another gentleman we had partnered with who really bring shoes to Haiti as well, while we were doing our own mission while we were down there back, I think that was 2 years ago.
Great.
So there's a lot that's being done right now. But partnering with clinics in Haiti, this is one of our main focus right now, since we are not able to, quote unquote, build a hospital, which is one of our dreams that we wanted to do.
Well, hopefully, whenever it comes out on February 22nd, that'll be a little closer to becoming a reality. Nicole Francis, thank you so much for joining me for the evening.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
And we're looking forward to definitely getting more updates from you on A.M.S. on everything else that they're doing. Make sure you check them out online, Facebook, Twitter, and all that good stuff. You'll be able to find them there. And if you have any questions or comments or want to get in on the program to be a guest as well, send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. I'm your host, Lydia Patel. Thank you so much for joining me for the evening, and I'll see you next time, same place.
Beyond Focus TV show wants and needs your feedback. Did we blunder? Please let us know so we can improve. Was the show helpful to you? Drop us a note so we can share the success with our staff members. Is there something you think we could do better? We welcome new ideas and new approaches to old ideas. Do you have a great suggestion? Let us know and we'll work on it. If you would like to share your comments anonymously, please send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. If you want to get in touch with the executive producer directly, send him an email at gene@beyondfocusmedia.com. We really look forward to hearing from you.